steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Okay, so I saw this right on Facebook, and hold on, let me see if I can like zoom in on this. I can't go full screen because it's right there. Let me see, full screen, entire screen. Let me see if that shows up. I can't tell. Anyways, I'm just gonna trust that it shows up. We'll say that, right? Full screen. There we go. Okay, so Big Meech got out of jail a couple months ago at this point. Out of prison a couple months ago at this point. I remember when he was in prison, it was this big thing of like free Big Meech, free Meech, everything like that. You know, Rick Ross does a song, I Think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. And it's like one of his biggest songs of his career, everything like that. Then the BMF series comes in. 50 Cent makes a BMF series where he talks about BMF and the movement that it had in Atlanta in the mid-2000s and stuff, where they bought out billboards around the city, BMF and stuff like that. It was something that like drug trafficking is never really seen on that scale in the Black community before, on like something that crossed over into the mainstream a bit. To where they were in the clubs and stuff like that. Like I hear stories all the time from former Atlanta athletes about it. Me personally, I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old at this time, so I knew nothing about it, other than like seeing the billboards and then hearing like Jeezy shout them out. But like I ain't know nothing about it at the time. So yeah, there was that. Meech had been in jail for a long time. And so it became a thing of like free Meech, everything like that. And I think the show gave him a lot of credit and made him look really, really cool, played by his son, Lil Meech. So when it came out that Big Meech was getting out of prison, it was like this whole like methodical thing, this methodical creature that Big Meech became online because he was away for so long. And with that, it was like women particularly had this like thing on social media of like, Lord, thank you, Big Meech. Come get these young men out here, the next gen, the new gen. I mean, they out here sassy, they out here goofy and this and that. And so Meech comes out, you know what I'm saying, goes to the halfway house, everything like that. We'll gets acclimated back into society. And he starts wearing a lot of fits. It's like just funny fits. It's like funny fits and everything. Express yourself, things like that. And he's getting roasted. Like he gets roasted for every single fit pick. And he posts and he's like active on social media. Like he's not like mysterious or anything like that. He's posting a lot on social media. And it's just a lot going on. And it just reminds you that at the end of the day, people are people. People are people, bro. And when they go away and do the mysterious thing and add this mystique to them and add this like allure and this legend of that there's some methodical caricature or whatever the case might be, when they speak, you realize they're just people. Dave Chappelle left his show at the peak of his popularity, went over to Africa, disappeared for a while, I guess worked out, had some kids and stuff like that, and moved his entire family back to the middle of Ohio, and then slowly rolled his back self into Hollywood. When he came back into Hollywood, he still stayed mysterious, and everybody's like, "Oh, Dave Chappelle, this is crazy." And so, so he starts doing a couple interviews, and it's like, "Oh man, I'm so honored to get a rare interview with the Dave Chappelle. You don't do interviews, you don't talk. You've actually been in, Africa for the past decade." And he's like, "Yeah, just is what it is." He's still like keeping that mystique about him and stuff like that. Dave Chappelle. So he does the shows, no phones, so you can't see the jokes in the shows. But he eventually has to make a little more money. So he makes the deals with Netflix, and he puts his stand-up specials on Netflix. And the more and more specials he has to put out, the more and more chance people have to like really just hear what he's saying. And they're like, wait a minute. This isn't 2004 no more. You can't just make a joke about transgender people and just make it ready. You can't just make jokes about gay people and this and that. And he came back at it like he doubled down on it. He said, "Yeah, I had people. I don't have a problem with gay people. I just think gay jokes are funny." And he doubled downs on it and stuff. And but before you know, like the more and more Dave Chappelle talks, you realize, well, a lot of people have criticized him and say like Dave Chappelle, he's outdated, and it's like if you can't be funny without being offensive, then you aren't really funny at all. Like so, he receives all that criticism. But at the end of the day, I feel like what people have discovered the most is that Dave Chappelle is just a flawed person. Like he's not like this higher than above, higher intellectual dude that tracked the code and can speak with Gandhi through the voices whenever he closes his eyes and tries enough to channel those energies because he spent 10 years in Africa at the peak of his career when he was offered millions of dollars. Like he's still a person. He's still like the goofy Dave Chappelle that gave us like the best skits ever on TV. And he shows it every time he hosts SNL. It's like modern day Chappelle show episodes and stuff like that. It's just a person. Andre 3000. Andre 3000 disappears from like celebrity life. And even though he's playing the flute on the sidewalks around America and people stop him for selfies and everybody sees him and talks to him and stuff like that, it's still like this methodical thing because he doesn't do interviews. It's been so many opportunities for Outcasts to do reunion tours and reunion shows and stuff like that, or pop-ups. You think about the Super Bowl in Atlanta, and what was that, 2019, 2018, and Maroon 5 is performing. People are mad that it wasn't Outcast, and so Maroon 5 brings out just Big Boy by himself, and they're like, why isn't Andre coming out? You know what I'm saying? Like Andre only came out for the Dungeon Family reunion show at the Lakewood Amphitheater. That's the only time he came out for any type of reunion since 2014. It was like 2014, he really retired. When he retired from Outkast, he retired just his presence, like as a celebrity. So you would hear him on these random verses from Kanye or from just major artists and things of that sort. He did some stuff, more stuff with Dungeon Fam. He was on the Goody Mob album a couple years ago, the new Goody Mob album from like 2022. He's on that album, and he's on a couple other people's albums and stuff like that. But still pretty low key dude. With this low keyness and being mysterious and not doing interviews, people have built up Andre 3000 from being one of the best rappers of his time to one of the like more philosophical, genre bending, game changing people to ever walk the face of the earth. And like I said, Andre 3000 is one of the more influential people in my life and just everything. Like my username is Jeff 3006 because I got it as a kid. Because every morning my mom would turn on the TV, turn it all the way up, and wake me up and get me out of bed with "Hey Ya" playing on VH1 every single morning. And then Class of 3000 came out, and it was a black cartoon from a black man from a black city like Atlanta and my black city. He talking about Bankhead and Buckhead. These are places where like I drive by all the time. My mom drives, and I'm in like I know these places. These places where my cousins live, where my uncles live. Like this is crazy. And so like, and that was before Atlanta existed. So it's like this was Atlanta, the TV show, Donald Glover FX. This is like the first time I'm seeing like a show exclusively back in Atlanta, and it's a cartoon. And I'm like in sixth grade at this point. So I don't know. Andre 3000 means a lot to me. However, I felt like him going away and not saying anything for years made him this larger than life thing that people were just like, oh, Andre 3000, Andre 3000, Andre 3000. And he comes back and he plays the flute and stuff like that. And he does shows and he does interviews. And you realize he's still just the same goofy, funny dude, you know what I'm saying? From eccentric, eclectic dude from East Point from when you first met him 30 years ago or 20 years ago, whenever he was actively in the spotlight. The spank you very much or the, stank you very much, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still that guy because he'll do the whole feel the energies, feel the rain. Then you can see the light. Can you see it? And he'll look around and he'll go, I just made all that up. That wasn't even real, y'all. Next song. That's all he been doing, man. So it's like, realize he's just a regular dude. I remember Boosie when he was in jail. People were screaming free Boosie for years. Boosie get out. Now it's like some people love Boosie and a lot of people hate Boosie. And they hate Boosie because he's so in his thinking of the LGBT community, so dated and he's so ignorant and this and that and wow. And there's other people that are like, oh, Boosie, he like clicking up with Vlad. He's selling his masters. He really selling out. He do anything for a dollar. He ain't really true to the thing. And there's other people that love Boosie. They love when Boosie swag surf at the game. Some people hate on him swag surfing at the game. They say he looked like this and that. But some people like him swag surfing at the Hawks game. Some people like his sense of humor. Some people like the fact that, he say he's uncensored on Instagram Live and he keep getting his accounts banned and stuff like that. A lot of people still like Boosie. So there's that. Offset. When Migos first popped 11 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. No, it's not even 11, 12 years ago. Jeez Louise. So I guess it would be 13, 12 years ago. Jeez Louise. Anyways, 13, 12 years ago, Migos first pop. Everywhere, free Offset, free Offset. They wearing shirts, free Offset. They got signs in the video, free Offset. They shouting out on every song, free Offset. Bam, 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 for the Super Bowl. Yeah, all that stuff, right? Offset is out, whatever. Over a decade later. A lot of people hate Offset. They hate the way that he's treating Cardi and this and that. And he's just, oh, you're moving so immature, Offset. Oh, I'm tired of Offset. This and that, Offset. Bro, just 12, 13 years ago, this man was like, oh, yeah, free Offset. All the real ones going to say free Offset. All the real ones going to say free Rio. If you're not from Detroit, name one Rio song that Rio released since first day out. For years, I seen it in Atlanta. Everybody's yelling, free Rollo, dog food, the real one, this and that. Rollo get out. I see people calling the man corny. I see the man calling him. They say he snitched on folks. He got paperwork. I said, man, he was just like the kingpin drug lord, like well respected in the streets. Atlanta's most respected drug dealer, English Avenue. He was just that, like a couple years ago, that everybody was like, free Rollo, free the real. And now it's like, Rollo corny, Rollo this, Rollo that, Rollo cornball. It's like, bro, what? I say all this to say, like, a lot of the love be fake, bro. And people be placing unrealistic expectations on people just because they don't be talking. Playboy Cardi. The music era, he's been more outside than he's been since the 2018 Lit album era. He's acting normal again and stuff like that because him acting like a mysterious vampire for years has caused fans to just fall out when they see him. And he like, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. I'm just a man, bro. I pee, I fart just like y'all, bro. I burp just like y'all. Anicia does a good job of reinforcing this and saying this all the time. But yeah, man. Little TJ, bro. This is something I think about often. If with the tragedy with Little TJ, if it didn't go as well as it went, where TJ ended up bouncing back and living his life and stuff like that, would TJ he'd be looked at, I feel like, close to kind of Juice World in them. Because Juice World had Lucid Dreams, huge hit. But TJ had Pop Out with Polo G. We pop up at your party. I'm with the gang. And that song back then was almost just as big, if not as big as Lucid Dreams. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be calling Lil TJ a New York legend and this and that. Yo, we love you, TJ. Now TJ here, TJ say something, people be like, shut up, you fell off. Like, that's just what it is, bro. Like, I'm saying this to say people are people, bro. Regardless if they in prison and you can't talk to them or they can't speak, make mass messages to the fans and to the people out there. People are just people. Whether they move to a foreign country for 10 months, 11 months, vlog it, live out their van, become famous, and then they come back to their hometown, you're going to find out real quick that people are just people, bro. I got to stop putting these people on these methodical pedestals that they did not ask to be on. Big Meech did not ask to be, you know what I'm saying? He did not ask to be this guy. You know, maybe in 2004, but like he's just an older fellow now enjoying life. Let Big Meech enjoy life. Let him do whatever. Like he's been locked up, hasn't had his freedom in years, bro. Like with Boosie, not only did Boosie get out of jail, he also battled the C word with the disease and stuff like that. So he like, man, I'm free. I'm disease free. I'm gonna live up and not care what anybody says. And that's exactly how Boosie lives. You know what I'm saying? So with these roasts and stuff like that, I ain't gonna lie. You see, I laughed at it. It was funny. It was a funny joke. At the same time, like I remember you exact same people. A lot of y'all was like, Meech, ooh, these boys is get these boys right. First of all, who is Big Meech to me, bro? Big Meech is not the leader of men. He was just a leader of the largest drug operation in America at the time. Like that's it. Or the largest documented drug operation in America at the time. He was not the leader of men. He's not the spokesperson of men. He's not the Jesse Jackson, the Al Sharpton, the John Lewis, the you know what I'm saying? He's not that for black people, bro, or for black men in particular. He's just a guy that sold drugs and did it in a way that was never been seen before and disrupted the industry and went to prison for a long time. That's it. But yeah, man, stop hyping up these people just because they can't talk, bro. Because you're gonna be real disappointed when they do talk and you find out they're just a regular person like you and I. That's my rant for today. With that, for sure.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.